to it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adventure on so many levels. We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons. I am Christiana Ellis, and I am the Dungeon Master. Tonight we have our full roster of players, starting with Chooch Schubert as Autarky,
Hello, hello.
Starla Hutchton as Nirakina Ethu, for real this time, or is she?
You threw off my flow, man. Greetings and salutations.
Jenny Meltzer as Cadence of the Water.
And I really hope I don't see that Jinxie again.
James Meltzer as Ket of the Sands.
Or am I?
Mark Guilfoyle as Alaric Copperbeard.
I'm so done with this.
And Vivid Muse as Amethyst.
Good evening, everybody.
Okay, so, last time, let's talk about what happened last time. Well, we began as the bulk of the heroes of legend were stuck in a quandary. Their old foe, Jinxie, had infiltrated their group disguised as their missing member, Nira, and as a result managed to set free the Mistress of the Dark. Once the Goddess of the Shadowfell, now the magically compelled subject of the Iron Flask artifact that you carried. And basically, before you were able to take Jinxie out, she sent this incredibly powerful creature off to try to kill the tree that you guys are all trying to save. So, that's no es bueno. But in the other direction, you also had Shikusada, the demon lord of rot and decay, also wants to kill the tree. Not great. You're stuck between jokes, clowns to the left of you, jokers to the right. But you chose to pursue the demon lord, and you chased it down as it led you through the tunnels into a trap. But you were able to evade the trap, and the power of your collective might was too much for it, and you were able to slay the demon lord, sending it back to the abyss from which it came. Yay! Meanwhile, Nira, the real Nira, out in the material plane, had been summoned by none other than your longtime foe, Zoreth, and he had brought her to him as a practice for the spell with which he hopes to summon Melicanth and restore the stolen moment and rewrite the timeline, and that's basically still his plan, even though you guys aren't helping him anymore. But he and Nira went together to go look at the actual site of the original demon summoning, where the stolen moment was originally taken from, and what remains is a strange magical vacuum, a bubble where there is no time. Time is frozen. And Nira, feeling that she had an opportunity that she would not be granted again, chose to push Zoreth into the bubble, freezing him in time. Then she managed to find the materials necessary to astrally project herself back to the astral sea where her friends waited. And her friends had then made their way back to the city around the world tree, Emerald Arboris, only to see that their friend, the celestial Custos Vigil, had fallen to the Mistress of the Dark, and warned them with his last breath that the Mistress of the Dark must be banished, not slain, lest the energy unleashed be disastrous. And then a spectral form of Nira appears above you and is very confused. She's also confused too, because at this very moment, Ket is disguised as Nira. So, we begin as you gape at one another, while in the background, an enormous dragon made from smoke and mist and slime and shadow wreaks havoc around the tree in the city. What do you want to do?
I shall repeat myself. What did you guys do?
I fire an arrow at Spectral Nira.
Okay, roll an attack.
That is a 19.
Does a 19 hit you?
That is my armor class.
Then it hits. Go ahead and roll
Alright.
damage.
Bitch. So that is 14 points of damage.
All right. You
What
watch.
is wrong with you?
You watch as the arrow strikes her. Apparently, despite there being somewhat of a sheen of mystical energy surrounding her, her form is tangible, and the arrow penetrates it in pretty much the way you would expect.
And I yell out, "Go back to hell, Jinxie! We're done with you."
Wait, did I not disguise myself as Jinxie?
No, you were
It was
in
Mira.
Nira's
I had it
form,
wrong.
because
That's
Jinxie
right.
was in Nira's form when she gave
Yeah,
the
That's
command.
correct. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yes. You confused me, Chooch.
I would like to use Divine Sense.
Okay.
Open my third eye to the area, which is detect good and evil.
So,
Celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet.
there is a great big energy source that is a little bit confusing to your senses because it kind of pings all sorts of different signals, but it's pretty obviously coming from the giant dragon wreaking havoc in the city a few, little ways that way. You do not sense anything of that nature coming from where you see Nira, though.
Say, wait. It's not Jinxie.
Of
Wasn't
course,
able to fool you
to
before.
be fair, you did use that sense on Jinxie the last
True.
time, and it didn't work.
It didn't work the
Oh,
last
wait.
time. I can't believe you. It's Jinxie.
Oh, that's right.
You
It
know
was
what?
the time before that she was fiendish.
Wait, if you're really Nira. If you're really Nira, tell me. What was the mural I showed you in the Shadowfell?
Oh my god, that again?
Jinxie was there, you dumbass.
You guys think we have bigger problems? Save your arrows.
I think
Yeah, that's what
To
you
the
said last
dragon
time.
breathing a tremendous cone of fire and smoke at the tree, creating a dark scar along its bark.
Yeah,
Back to you guys.
forget her. We've got bigger things to do. If her ghost wants to hang around and watch, fine.
I am gonna call the lightning just cause I'm mad now.
Okay. So you cast the spell. All of you watch as this storm cloud gathers above all of you, forming in the space within this hollow inside or in around this tree. And where are you calling it?
I'm trying to picture what this looks like where she's,
Okay. Well, how
she's
about
at
this?
in reference.
Hey.
I will go ahead and bring over the map. This is a little bit of an untraditional map, so bear in mind.
Oh
Whoa.
my god.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
Thank you. That is amazing. I
So-
love that.
for those of you just listening in audio, what we see is a from the sky view of a city with an enormous tree towering over all of the buildings around it, and an enormous dragon flying around it. Just because it's, to be clear, this is way up in the air,
Yes.
and it's not quite to scale. We're going to fudge the scale a little bit. But, so basically, I would say you guys are down here on the ground, like right around there somewhere.
Right around
I
where?
don't know where.
Yeah, it didn't
Okay,
show.
like in
I
the
gotcha.
lower left
Oh,
corner.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't
It was
really
under the
matter.
windows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just like 120 feet straight up in the air, I guess, or whatever is going to be. Hold on.
Okay, so
because the thing is, I need to be within like 60 feet of
well,
the dragon
were
to
you
hit.
trying to make it like strike near them to make a point, or are you trying to attack the dragon? Because those are two very different things right now.
I know. I want to be able to use it for both, but like I didn't know how close we were.
The dragon is like 500 yards away.
Well, I can use this to travel fast, so yeah, just straight overhead then.
Okay, all right. So all of you watch.
Boom!
Storm cloud forms. It is certainly magic of a type that Jinxie did not manage to do. She had conjured some illusions, but they were all relatively small by comparison.
Don't get in the way, Jinxie, and point the axe, or I'll behead you again, damn it.
Classic Mira.
I don't know, guys. I think Nira would have hit us.
Yeah, Jinxie's really mad. We need to worry about the dragon. Ignore Jinxie.
Forget the dragon. I'm gonna teach him a lesson.
Okay. Are you're striking,
right
having
down
the
in the
lightning
middle of
strike
all of them.
down amongst them?
Yeah, right down in the middle of all of them.
All right. I believe that's a dexterity saving throw for everyone, right?
I've been holding guidance to hit on Ketnira. Can I do that before any of this? Because I've just been trying to not interrupt. I would have done it in the time
you
that
would
we've
have
been
had
walking.
to do it as a reaction here because she's casting a spell. So
How long did it take us to
I'll
get
do
here
that
from
next
where
time.
we were?
I'll say you can cast it, but it not to apply to this saving throw.
No. I meant to cast it earlier when he changed into this form, but I just didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was your question, Jenny?
How long did it take us to walk here from when we were fighting the demon lord?
So you're trying to get a sense of how much is left of the hour?
Yeah.
I'd say it's about half an hour right now.
Oh, so I still have like 30 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
But it means it also means there's 30 minutes of the dragon still being compelled.
natural 20.
What is that? Your saving throw? Everyone,
Yes.
make your saving throw.
Yes.
23.
13.
Mine is a 22.
Have to beat 19 if you got less than that. And,
I failed.
let's see.
7.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
You even if you saved, you're going to take half as much damage. So
Yeah. So go ahead and roll the damage and
this one.
We all gonna die today.
4, 14. Come back. 16 total.
okay.
So 8.
Yeah. So everyone take either 16 or 8 respectively, depending on whether you beat 19 or not, and all of you are blasted 10 feet backwards away from the source of the impact.
Can we focus now?
Cat
Wait,
gets up
really
looking.
you?
Cat gets up looking like a singed Nira. Oh yeah, that's really her.
It's been a day, and now this.
Elara
Right.
comes over to
Focus.
Mira and gives her a hug. I'm glad you're back. It's really you. He looks closely in your eyes, and I want to do an insight check.
Okay.
We tried that.
I know, and I didn't do it very well this time either. I only get 11.
All right.
Trying to gauge her reaction.
You just see, like, she's just still really irritated, and her hair is kind of crackling at the ends.
Well, close enough. Although if you are her, I'm gonna cut your head off again. I don't make that promise.
Yeah.
I don't even. What? I never.
We don't have time!
You disappeared. Jinxie released the dark foul goddess thing that's now the dragon from the bottle.
But she was dressed as you when she did it.
Okay.
And she was-
Just, okay, stop. Just
You
stop.
gotta put it back.
Okay, got it.
Put it back.
All right.
Cadence, make a perception. Well, I guess everyone can make a perception check.
Man, you know how I know
Ooh,
that's
nice.
Nira? Because she's our
27.
cleric, and she injured us, and she didn't heal us.
Yes, that's the proof.
22.
21.
10.
27.
30.
Okay. Those of you who beat 25, are probably keeping, one eye up on the dragon even while you're having this conversation. And what you notice is that it's, as it's been sort of flying around, just constantly attacking the tree, just doing as much damage as it can, tearing big rents in the bark with its claws and teeth, and then occasionally breathing this intense, hard to look at bright fire across it. But you see that its pattern has changed a little bit, and it seems to be like, when a horse has a fly buzzing at it, and it'll sort of shake its head at something. That's basically what you're seeing. It's acting like something's annoying it, but it's still very far away.
How close do I have to be to attempt to put it back in the bottle?
So the iron flask should be on D&D Beyond, but I think it's much closer than that. I'm not sure if it...
60 feet.
60 feet,
okay.
yeah.
Right.
I have it in my inventory if you need to look it up.
All right, since we're not in initiative order, can I get within 60 feet?
Well, so I think if you guys are now going to be rushing and engaging the dragon, we will roll initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I did
All right.
my book. What the heck?
20,
Okay.
not natural.
21. Totally natural.
23. Wait, no. That's not right.
Well, hold on, I'm going to need everybody to
Yeah, that is
read
it.
it in a second.
Unnatural 23.
Yep.
I'm going to need all of this again in a second, so...
Supernatural 45.
Shoot, where's my little...
Under the
Here we
dragon.
go.
Irrational
Yeah.
pie.
So I will say, as you guys start getting closer, the keenest-eyed amongst you recognize that apparently the thing that is harassing the enormous dragon is a tiny little topaz amber-colored dragon wormling.
Oh.
Oh,
Is
man.
it all like, are you my mummy?
We're going to lose all the NPCs this time.
Oh my god.
By the way, just as a brief note, I'm going to go ahead and say that before you guys went off to fight the Demon Lord, you decided to have Arwen stay behind at the temple. Just because...
That's not crushed now, is it?
Huh?
Yeah.
That's not crushed now, is
No.
it?
I'm just saying it's because...
As a safety measure, yeah.
Yeah. At a certain point, plot armor, is harder to justify.
Agreed.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, there it is. What the heck?
Okay. I think I can. Let's go ahead and put all of you here on the map. Although, as of course I had said, we're fudging scale a little bit.
Ket's just thinking, man, I should have stayed with the pig.
Robert.
I wonder what the pig's doing now.
Being glorious.
Probably
All right,
out
so
of a
these tiny little
gold-plated
things
trough.
right there are you, and that's actually bigger by proportion than you actually are.
Yeah. So how much is each square worth?
Well, that's why I was saying we're going to fudge it. So I'm going to
Yeah.
basically say each square is like 30 feet. And
Okay.
part of this is forced perspective because we're way up in the air. You guys are having to leave all cover behind to get even close to this thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So Cadence, initiative.
23.
23. Ket.
15.
Amethyst.
13.
Alright. Which one is that? That's not a person. Otterkey.
9.
Alaric.
21.
Oh, that was actually what I had you as the last initiative. You
Nice.
had.
I'm consistent. That's nice.
And then Nira.
20.
Okay. So, basically, you guys are watching as it continues to do what it's doing as you guys are hurrying as fast as you can to get up there, and we're gonna, kind of fudge too. We'll say that you guys are all traveling together as fast as you can. You're like holding on to each other so that you don't get strung out like you did when you were fighting the Demon Lord. And let's go ahead and switch to a battle music. All right, so Cadence, you are first up, and so right now, how far are you trying to get?
I can do, because I'm still hasted, I can do 70, and then I can use my extra action to dash, so I can go.
Well, so how close would you get before you attack the first time?
We're pretty far though, right?
Well, that's why I'm asking. Because
I'd have to be.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that you guys are all traveling together at the same speed up until the point where you start attacking, and that's where you're going to start separating out. So how close would you all get before the first person makes an attack?
I have to be within 150 feet or 600 at disadvantage, so.
Why don't we say, 100 feet?
Okay. Well, so,
The further the distance, though, the more we could draw aggro off the tree, though, hopefully, right? Is that what we're going to do?
So, basically, if you were right here, let's put Cadence in that corner right there. If you were right there, then you are 150 feet away.
I will fire a shot at her.
Do it.
With the sharpshooter. That is a 32. So -5, so it's 27.
All right. Yeah, that hits.
Ooh, nice. So 26 points of damage. I will fire another one. And that's not nearly as good. That's only 11.
That doesn't hit.
And for my hasted one, that is 30 -5, so 25.
Okay. Yeah, 25 hits.
Oh, that's the same thing as before, so 26.
26?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was Cadence's turn. And we'll say you basically got to right there. And so now we're just having everybody move from where they are right now.
Okay.
Just to simplify the fact that we're having a great big fight in the middle of an enormous open space where you guys can move in 3 dimensions. So it's complicated. Alaric, you're up next.
Guessing we're going to want to spread out.
I'm going to use my action to cast Mirror Image on myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my move and my bonus to hit straight towards it.
This little green dot is going to reflect that you're doing Mirror Image. So how far are you moving?
I'm going to do my full move and a bonus, so that's 96.
Okay.
So it's lovely. Every way.
So if you were at 150-ish feet away, you would get 96 would get you to just under 60 feet.
Yep, and I'm just going to holler the entire time to try to attract attention.
Okay.
I'm going to redesignate myself as bait.
All right, Nira. Recall that on this plane, your speed is 3 times your intelligence score.
Right. Well, I don't know how much that matters because I was gonna bamf cape it to within 30 feet if I can. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah.
Bam.
I don't want to be too far from everybody though, just because I still need to be able to do clericy things.
I mean, you can be right here if you want.
Yeah, put me next to Alaric.
All right.
And So does that count as my movement or as my action?
It's an action to do the keep.
Okay. And then bonus action, I'm going to use Healing Word on myself because somebody hit me with an arrow.
That's the kind of cleric you are.
Get another 7 points back.
The dragon, the Mistress of the Dark, blasts the tree with fire, and it does not make a saving throw. Surprise. Because it is stationary. Okay, and then it's going to take... $46 points of fire damage, and
the tree's
you know what?
got
I'm just gonna, I'm rolling a whole bunch of dice here. 46 points of fire damage and 18, 24, 30. 36 and 40. So 40. I said 44. Yeah, 44 points of radiant, and however the 46 of fire. It leaves a big scar across the branch of the branch of the tree where it is. It seems like it is still very much focused on the tree, and that is the Mistress of the Dark's turn. Ket.
Alright, I will take out my harp and strum my harp and cast Fly on myself.
Okay.
And I will whoosh into the air and fly 60
You don't need to
feet.
fly.
Well, so does the fly speed granted you by fly make you move faster than your current?
No. You know what? I forgot.
You're smart boy.
I forgot that we could still fly in this plane of existence.
Yeah, you guys are having this fight way
That's
up
right.
in the air above the city.
Okay, then I will go my regular movement of 57 feet.
All right.
And
You
I
are
will-
still,
I'm still.
you're 120 feet away.
Okay, I will use my feline agility to move another 60 feet or 57 feet.
All right.
How far away am I? I'm
So
still
you were
further than
120
60
feet. If you went
yeah.
another 60 feet, then you'd be about
60
60
feet.
feet. Yeah.
All right. So I will uncork the flask, and I will say, "Oh, great, wounded and magical mistress of the dark! I command you to stop attacking this tree, for you are meant for a greater purpose. Get back in the flask, where I can once again keep you safe before releasing your wondrous presence upon another plane of existence to wreak havoc again later. Get back in the bottle!"
You hear telepathically in your head, "You do not command me, fool!" True sight, bitches! Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I knew it wasn't going to
Worth a shot, but hey.
Yeah, you gotta try it.
I love the speech though.
I guess that lengthy of a speech would count as an action, eh?
Yeah, sorry.
All right. No, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Does that count as?
If you want, I'll let you say you use the Iron Flask command word. You were you were ordering it to fail the saving throw, essentially. Yeah, so it'll make the saving throw. But that's definitely the action.
Okay.
So it's making it at advantage because it has been trapped in there before.
On 2 natural ones.
Nope, I'm afraid not. So it was a 26. So it resists the effect.
You could turn the music down a little bit. We had a request.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great. It was way too quiet the last time, so hopefully that's better. So thank you for letting me know. Please give me that feedback in the chat if you are hearing it too loud or too quiet, because I can't tell how it sounds on the stream. All right.
I will. Bonus action. I'll yell at Nira. Hey, Nira! Knock, knock.
Who's there? Why are we telling jokes?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you glad I didn't say Zorath? And I will cast inspiration on Nira.
Nira flinches visibly.
And that flinch is the impact of the D12 headed her way.
That's right. Fling a D12 right? At Nira. Yes. Yeah, it is a D12. Yeah.
Okay, so that was Ket's turn. Let's see. Yeah. All right. That is. It is now Amethyst's turn.
So, is the tree on fire itself?
The tree is not like flaming, but it has big sort of smoldering scorch marks along it.
Okay.
But these are like building-sized scorch marks. So it's not like just a little bit.
So how would Amethyst, with the different options, speak with plants and things like that, has I can't tell if it's touch or plants within 30 feet of you. Would I have to get within 30 feet of it to kind of gauge its health? Can I do a medicine check or something?
Yeah. How about this? If you want to get to, I'll say that because of course this tree is 3-dimensional, it extends out, in different directions, and the dragon has been sort of flying all around. I'll say that you can use your speed to like get to here, and you're near some branches. Mm-hmm. So your counts as within the 30 feet. And so, what are you casting exactly?
I'm not sure if I don't understand its intelligence level. I'm trying to gauge its health and its condition as far as.
Well, so I'll give you 2 options.
Okay.
One is that if you want to cast the spell, you can sort of get some magical insight at the cost of basically using your action to do it. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, if you want to just make a nature check to think about how, if this was a real tree with that proportional damage, how would it be?
Either way, it's using my action, though, right?
No. You can still have your action if you want to just make the check.
Can I do a medicine check instead, or does it have to be nature?
This is a tree, not a person. So,
okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, so that's an 18.
Okay. You get the feeling that this, the tree is okay. It is not dying.
Okay.
But it also probably can't take another half an hour of this.
Okay.
It's basically like, it's a tree, and so, a person with an axe is hacking at it.
So, if I still have my action available, I would like to cast Conjure Animals.
Okay.
And summon. I'm still okay. Still deciding what I want to do. Okay, so that's giant wasps. 4 giant wasps.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wasps.
And
let's see if I have anything that can be a wasp. You know what? I'm going to make this little monster guy be a wasp.
Okay.
This guy. Where are you conjuring them, and what do you want them to do? Or you roll initiative for them, right?
Right. Do you want me to roll 1 for all of them?
Yes.
So that would be would be. Do they have a plus to their initiative or no? It's just a flat
It would
number?
be dexterity.
Okay, so that is 17.
Okay, where do you want them?
I want them as close to the beastie as possible.
Okay. Does the spell say how far away?
It says 60 feet.
Okay. So I'll say you can have them right here.
Cool.
Which is not quite in melee range at this moment, but yeah.
Cool.
All right. And,
Thank you.
And you are concentrating on that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's Amethyst's turn. Otterkey.
Similar to Amethyst, I want to move with two goals. One is to get close to the mistress, and one is to get touch the tree.
Okay.
Is it touch?
So
I think
your
I
normal
touch.
30 feet is just one
touch.
square on this map.
Right.
Okay.
So if I can't
But
touch
you want to try to be able to touch the tree?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So next round I can cast a spell.
Okay. Yeah, so you can I'll say that you are within 30 feet of being able to touch the tree where you are right there.
I would like to attempt to cast protection from evil and good on the tree. To give
Okay.
it
What's the range of that? Is it is
It's
that
a
I
touch.
think that's a touch. So I think it would have
one
to be
action
next turn.
touch? Yeah.
All right?
Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Yeah, so you can absolutely do that next turn.
The baddie will have disadvantage on attack rolls against the tree.
Okay. All right. Okay, it is your little dragon wormling buddy's turn, and you see him. He's floating around. You realize, like, he doesn't actually have wings. Where his wings would be are almost like tentacles, but he's just floating around just like any of you do here anyway, but he does it like he's native to it. You know, not ungainly at all, just floating exactly as you would expect through. And as he is moving in, you see the amber gemstones all over his body sort of flare up. And then there's a flare of magical energy emerging from his mouth, and he goes to make a bite attack against the big dragon. And he misses. he can't get quite close enough. You can see he's still pretty scared. But he's trying. Okay. Cadence, that's you again. You know what? Actually, I take that back. The dragon is making a tail attack against Nira. That's a 24 to hit.
Yep.
Yeah. And you're gonna take.
No love for Nira today.
That's not so bad. 13 bludgeoning damage. As it kind of absently whacks you with the tip of its tail as it's still focused on the tree. All right, Cadence, you're up.
I'm gonna fire 3 shots again
All right.
with sharpshooter. That one is 24.
All right. 24 hits.
Okay. That's 20 points of damage.
All right.
That one is not good. It's like a 19.
Nope, that's a miss. It seems to just it passes through a slightly more insubstantial looking part of the dragon, and you see it just sort of sail through on the other side without having apparently hit anything.
Okay. And that one is a 21.
21 is a miss too, unfortunately.
Okay. All right, that's my turn.
All right. I think the little dragon is getting a tail attack. Yeah, that's gonna hit. That's 33 to hit. And let's see, 19 damage it takes, and you see it's really sort of walloped back and looks very very unhappy, or it's like frightened, definitely injured. All right. 19, yeah, okay. Yeah, it looks pretty hurt. Okay, that is Alaric's turn.
All right. I'm going to fly closer. About 20 feet away.
All right. Boop.
And let's see here. How's that one work? That's melee. All right. And I will hold out the opposite hand, right hand still holding the sword. The axe. And call out to the thing just as loudly as I can. Knock it off or we'll take you out. And that's just a terrible intimidation roll, but that's because I have terrible motivation. But I will, from that free hand, flick a globule of acid that appears there.
Okay.
It has to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. That's a what's that roll? That's a 24.
Okay, it succeeds.
Did you roll an intimidation check, or is
No.
this low?
No, I only have a +1 intimidation. I figure it's more easy to roll
Well,
play.
I think too that you've seen enough at this point to know that like intimidation's not a factor. It is literally can't help itself.
Yeah, no, it's more getting its attention. That's not really trying to do anything.
Yeah.
So because I did the action as a cantrip, I will now make a weapon attack as my bonus action. Where is that? So I can't move too close, but I'll move as close as I can and throw the axe. Wow, that's terrible. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That is a miss.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The axe sails through a shadowy bit of wing and just looks like it's going to just continue on.
It reappears in my hand, and I am only now about 10 feet away from it.
Okay. We'll go ahead and just for fun, we'll just emphasize that. Okay. Nira, you're up.
All right, so what I was going to do, I can't actually do because it was a concentration thing, and I can't have that while I try this other thing. So I need to back up 30 feet.
Okay.
I want to spread us out a little bit because I know she has AoE attacks.
Which way do you want to go?
Down. Yeah, there.
Okay.
Perfect. And I'm going to give this a go with Banishment.
All right. What is the saving throw?
Charisma, 19.
It's too early.
Yeah, it's way too early, but yeah,
So it rolls very low, which means a 17, and yet it chooses to succeed.
Yeah.
One.
That's one.
Yeah. All right.
That's okay, guys. We'll
It
wear her
is
down.
its turn now. And
Did I get
is
skipped over somewhere in there? Did I get skipped over somewhere in there?
no, you're after it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Amethyst, what was your wasp's initiative again? I didn't write it down.
17.
Okay, so they'll go right after the dragon actually before Cat.
Okay.
Okay, it is its turn, and it is flying right up to the tree, and it is doing... actually, you know what? What it does is you see it just start to emanate this aura of psychic energy, and I need everyone within 120 feet of it, which is going to certainly be the little dragon, Alaric, Nira, Ket, and the wasps, I'll say. need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this a spell it's casting?
No, but
No?
it is against being frightened. So if you have special.
I'm unaffected.
All right.
26.
That's a success. Okay, so never mind. There's the little dragon and Alaric was it? Okay, so the little dragon is doing his. Yeah, no, he is terrified. In fact, actually, what is his roll there? Ooh. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah. All right. The little dragon looks so terrified that it is just like literally mindless with fear. Like it is panicking to the point that it is practically unconscious in terms of its its behavior. So it's like going just catatonic almost. And then Kat, what was yours?
Oh, sorry. What saving throw was that?
That's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. It's a 14.
Unfortunately, you are frightened. And not only this, but because you failed the saving throw by 5 or more, you too are driven insane with fear.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. And
What's that mean?
It means you're going to behave as like the confusion spell.
Okay.
Let me pull up, so I'll have that.
Wonderful.
Technical terms gone bibbity.
Yeah. So as it just exudes this aura of madness, you guys, those of you close enough, just see the Nira and Alaric sort of weathering that storm, but both Ket and the little baby dragon just the light goes out of their eyes and they just like they're not there inside. All right, that was the dragon's turn.
Do you want the roll for the wasps?
Well, so it's going to take one legendary action first with a tail attack against Alaric. That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Okay, just a second. Hits one of the mirrors.
Okay. Well, I won't roll damage then. Okay. Now
hit the mirror.
Wasp's
That's
turn.
7 years bad luck for the dragon.
Yes, the wasps should also make the wisdom saving throw. 4 of them.
I did. So the highest was 18. Everything else was 14 or below.
Okay. Yeah, they are all frightened.
Okay.
I'll just for the sake of argument, we'll just treat them all as frightened in the same way.
Okay.
Which is to say their attack rolls will be at disadvantage and they cannot move closer to the source of fear. But it is their turn. So, but they can't make themselves move any closer.
Yeah.
So they can spread out if you want.
Yeah, definitely want to spread them out.
Okay. So they'll use their movement to basically kind of just spread out in like a line.
Yeah. They've got a 50-foot blade speed.
Yeah. Well, presumably they don't want to go any further away. They just can't go closer. So I'm having them just like spread out in a perimeter.
Cool, cool.
All right. That makes it Ket's turn. So, Ket, you are frightened, but also roll a d10.
I'm like Mel Gibson in Signs, running around the house. I am so crazy! That is a 4.
Swing away.
A 4. With a 4, you just basically, you're just catatonic. You just, your kind of hands kind of just fall limp and you're just, you've, I was going to say you've gone pale, but how would you tell through the fur?
My tongue just lolls out and I'm just like drooling a little bit.
Yeah. Bad
Well,
hum.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
All right, so Amethyst, you are up. I think that you probably have seen both the little dragon and Ket looking like they're suddenly like Yes, you are catatonic. Catatonic. Both. Catacanatonic. Bleh. All right, Amethyst, you're up. It's your turn.
So for my turn, I'm going to. How far am I now from the? What's my distance from
the dragon?
the? Yeah, the dragon.
Yeah, you're gonna be. Let's see, 7 squares. So it's like 210 feet.
Oh, okay. I am, and I'm gonna move closer to it.
All right. Remind me your movement speed here.
It's 48.
Okay. So basically, you can move 1.5 of these squares with your regular movement, or 3 squares with your dash.
Let me do that, please.
All right.
I'll dash.
Okay. I'm gonna move you here. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a bonus. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. Otterkey, it is your turn. Gonna use your regular movement to go one closer to the tree. Is that still the plan?
Yeah. I mean, I think I know the answer to one question. If a spell says it would apply to something I'm holding, it couldn't mean like I'm holding onto the tree, right?
Well, which spell? I think that probably...
Specifically daylight.
No, I don't think you could make the whole tree glow.
Okay.
But I would say that you could make a portion of the branch glow.
Gotcha.
But not the whole tree.
So actually I want to try to run towards Cat.
Okay, yeah, you can get there. You can get to him.
And because I have my feature of my cleansing touch, which removes a spell effect from one creature.
Yes. Technically, this is not a spell effect, but I think it still would certainly apply. Yeah, a condition. So, yes, you reach out with your feeling the energy of life and light passing through you, and as you touch, Ket's shoulder, Ket, you feel this light penetrating the dark cloud that had fogged your mind, and you realize you're yourself again.
And hey Archie, how you doing, man? Thanks, buddy.
Welcome back.
Hey, good to see you, man. Let's kill this bitch.
Yes.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay. The dragon is going to then take its turn, and you see suddenly, like, as it's in this spot, everything around it seems to suddenly, like, warp in a strange way, and then all of a sudden it's in a different place. It has just popped out of there, and so both Alaric and the little dragon need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Damn. 10.
That's going to be a failure. The little dragon does actually pretty well. It gets a 19, so that is actually still a failure. So, okay, that's could have been worse. So,
which means it's already.
So you're Alaric, you're taking 9 bludgeoning damage, and you find yourself falling.
Falling.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Which direction?
Down towards the ground.
How far away am I from the ground?
A couple 100 feet.
That's fine.
Yeah. So we'll how to reflect that on the map is we'll just say we're just this is complicated
30 feet per
enough.
second per second.
We're leaving. Well, is gravity? How does this gravity work? Yeah, what is it? So, but I would say that also, as this strange warping effect seems to knock this little dragon for a loop, you see it go basically limp, and it's falling as well.
How far away is it from me?
30, 60, 90, 120 feet.
Okay, it's too far away. All right.
All right. That was its turn. We just had Otterkey. It is the little dragon's turn, and it's going to make a death saving throw. I'm not telling you what it is.
Oh.
All right. Cadence, your turn.
How far away am I from the little dragon?
You're pretty far right now. Yeah, you're 210 feet.
I'll start moving towards him. My 70 feet.
Okay. So 70 feet gets you here plus a little bit.
Okay. And then I will fire off my 3 shots at the dragon.
Okay.
That is a 28.
28 hits.
That's 15 points of damage.
Okay.
This one is sharpshooter. That's 22.
22 just hits.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. So that's 17, 27 points of damage.
Very nice.
I'm going to use my bonus action to Hunter's Mark the dragon.
Okay. Something you notice is as you are doing damage to it, you are seeing its wounds open and not close, and light is bleeding out of them. But this energy is also not, it's not like a clean, pure light. It is just like jagged, and it's like it's literally on fire inside. And as you tear wounds, this fire is starting to burn out of it.
Okay. And then for my 3rd shot, oh, nice. That's a 34 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
Actually, it's 33. Sorry.
Okay, well, still.
So that's 17, and then Hunter's Mark is. I haven't used Hunter's Mark since like we first started
It's
playing.
like a D6 or something if you do it. At
Yeah, you had a
level.
D6.
Yeah, I did it at level 1.
Okay, yeah. So a D6 plus 17 is.
Yeah, so that's plus 4, so 21.
All right. Alaric, you are up. You are falling. You find that you still have the ability to sort of will yourself in a direction, except that also gravity seems to have turned on for you.
Okay. Well,
So you are falling, but you can sort of still like propel yourself.
how fast am I falling? Am I going to hit this round? Is that the idea, or?
No, I think if you do nothing to slow your movement, you will hit next round.
Okay.
I think that make an intelligence check.
That is a 15.
Okay. I think that, so you would guess that if you were to try to go straight up to oppose your falling, that you might be able to hover, but only just by like using all of your concentration to do so.
Okay. I'm not going to bother. I'm going to fly straight at it. And I'm going to use my bonus action to double my movement at the dragon.
So but to move at the dragon, you will still be falling.
Yep.
In a downward trajectory. So by the time you reach where it is, you'd be below it.
Yep. And at that point, I can start to climb.
Okay. Well, so, all right. So just from math, like for the perspective thing, we'll say that you are actually here, like below it.
Okay. How far away from it am I?
Yeah, like 90 feet
Shit.
below.
Okay. That far.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not going to change anything. Geez, I don't think there's anything I can actually do here. Yeah. Yeah, there's... Okay, I'm going to use my action to dodge.
All right. Nira.
Let's see, I'm pretty far from it now. Let's see. And I need to be within 60 feet to try banishment again.
So you would have to move, moving 30 feet closer to it would get you just at 60 feet.
Okay. Then I'm going to do that and try banishment again.
Okay. This is charisma again, you said?
Yep, 19.
All right. Oh, wow. I was going to roll advantage, but then I was like, wait, it doesn't actually get advantage, so I'm not going to roll advantage because why would it? Yeah, sorry. I had to explain that. Okay, against all odds, it rolled very low twice in a row. And as you all watch, it's starting to fade and space is distorting around it, and it's sort of twisting and like resisting this effect, and then it's kind of turning back towards you, and you can see in its face that it's clearly conflicted. It's being forced to resist your spell, but it cannot. And you see, just in its last moments of visibility, you see its face saying, "Thank you." And then, poof!
Yes!
It moves into nothingness.
Oh my goodness.
Alaric and the little dragon are still falling.
I'm going to catch the little dragon.
Well, hopefully, you can. Will.
I'm going to try.
Yeah. Amethyst, do you want your wasps to do anything?
Are we still in it? Sorry, go ahead.
Yes,
See how
because
big
there's
they
people
are.
in danger still.
Okay.
I'm trying to see how big the wasps are in comparison to the dragon and Alaric. I don't know
Well,
if
so the baby dragon is a medium-sized creature.
Okay, the wasp is the same size. I was just
What is
thinking
its strength?
It's strength at +0.
So it's like a 10.
Yeah. I really
Maybe
want to
two
have
of them
them
together
fly.
could do it.
Okay. So there's
If
4
they
of
can-
them.
Yeah. If you're going to send them down to diving at it,
I wanted to send how many would it take to like save Alaric and the dragon? Would it be like 2 apiece?
I think you think 2 of them would be enough to hold either of them.
Okay.
Focus on the dragon. I don't think they can actually get to me anyway. I'm quite a ways over there.
Yeah, he's pretty far
Okay.
away actually, because he is not
Yes,
only
okay.
like this distance, like in terms of the same plane, but he's also
Yeah.
like 90 feet lower already.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, so definitely the dragon. Sorry, I wasn't getting the
Okay.
scale of that.
That's all right. It's hard with a map like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, he moved pretty far away. So you're sending the wasps, all of the wasps after the dragon?
There's nothing left for us to attack, right?
Doesn't seem to be.
Unless you want to have another go at Nira.
She did muff my hair with all that attacking. I'll just send all of them over there.
Okay. So I think with all 4 of them making the effort, they are able to use their whole turn to catch up with and suspend the dragon's falling. And so it is still apparently unconscious, but
Okay.
it is no longer plummeting towards the ground.
Okay.
So Alaric looks up to where the creature had been, kind of stupefied that this actually worked. Realizes he's also falling at the same time. And I will expend my last spell slot for Feather.
Well, it's not actually your turn.
It's a reactive falling, which can happen at any point.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. That makes sense, yes. Featherfall?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right. Ket. You know what? With both falling creatures saved from falling, you know what? Actually, we're still in initiative. Sorry. Go ahead, Ket. You're up.
Well, I guess I don't have to use Bigby's hand to catch Alaric. That would have been cool. I guess I'll just hold my action if something dangerous comes along.
Okay. Amethyst.
Cadence and how far am I from Cadence? I'm right. Can I get to Cadence and Archie with my 48-foot speed? Movement speed?
Yeah, well, so, yeah. I mean, you could do that, for example, and, we're fudging the squares a little bit. Yeah, you can get to them.
I mean, I could wait and see if Nira is going to heal him, but
Okay.
we're waiting to see make sure that that's Nira. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And that's a 60-foot, I
That's
believe.
only going to get Archie, Cadence, and Kat from where you are.
Okay.
All right.
That's totally cool. So
Believe it or not, the 2 saving throws that I made for the 2 banishment spells, the die roll for the first one was a 4 and the second one was a 2.
Oh,
So
that's beautiful.
What?
the fate was in your favor this day.
Well, I'm guessing that they used legendary actions when they fought Custis Vigil. I mean, Nira doesn't know that, but that's the only way. Well, I don't know. Maybe not.
It's all
Well,
rude.
I mean,
know
we
how
can
many
discuss
it
the
adds,
tactics of it, but
so that's 25 hit points.
Thank you.
25.
You're welcome.
All right,
Awesome.
that's for
Thank
Cadence,
you.
Otterkey, and Kat. Yep,
And myself.
and yourself.
I'm much
Okay.
less dead now.
1 point shy of full health. Thanks.
Otterkey.
I'm going to try to move towards Nira.
All right. If
Protect
you-
Nira. She has to hold concentration.
That's true.
1 minute.
So are you dashing to get there? You can get adjacent
Yep.
if you dash. All right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Concentration.
All right.
Oh, now we're friends, huh?
No, I forgot. I would have come over to.
I never doubted.
Okay. It is Cadence's turn again.
How
Jinxie.
how far am I from the little dragon now?
Quite a ways. Let's
So-
see. You're still like 150 feet.
Okay, so if I use my I can go 140 feet if I take my regular movement and then use my extra action to dash.
Yeah. So I'll say you can get right up to him where the wasps are sort of holding him aloft. And you can see his eyes are open and he's breathing, but he's sort of just staring blankly around, sort of fitfully, like he doesn't know where he is or what's happening. He still looks terrified.
I can't reach him though, right?
I think you just get to him.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at level 2.
Okay. How much is that?
2d8 plus 3.
Okay.
So 11.
All right. His wounds, the places where his various gemstones, you see some of his gemstones are still cracked, but the places where his dragony flesh was, bruised, seems to heal. It doesn't seem to have any effect on his terrified state, though.
Alright, I'm just gonna stay there close by. And then that's it.
All right. And that is Cadence's turn. Alaric.
Well, having touched down on the ground, not seeing the thing anywhere. Am I still being pulled down by the ground? Can I essentially just stay in place? Can I move laterally at all? Like if I dual fashion walking?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll start marching towards where Nira is, although she's way up in the sky.
Yeah. So again, this map is not designed for me to put you on the ground. The scale's off for that.
Yeah.
So we'll just, let's just go ahead. We're not really in combat anymore, so I'll go ahead and bring us back to the RP. Map or screen.
And I'm going to take a look around to see if I see anything else that might be threatening.
Okay. Make a perception check.
23.
Okay. You don't see anything except other than, the various same sites that you had seen in this city previously. Everything covered in amber, these humanoid statues covered with amber, but you do also now see several buildings just, crushed into rubble or scarred, where you see like it's been collapsed and the amber sort of melted over it.
And the people that were walking around are, well, frozen in place.
Still frozen for now, but you made your perception check. You actually, as you're walking along, and this is sort of like new information for you because you sort of realize for the first time that, you haven't been walking like with your feet actually in solid contact with the ground for a while, that you can feel sort of a vibration through your feet. Sort of an irregular kind of pounding. That sort of thing.
Do I have any sense of what direction that would be coming from?
So this feels like everything, like from everywhere. It's a powerful vibration to feel it, but it's not. Yeah, it feels like it's everything shaking.
Weird. All right, well, I'm just gonna mosey along. Use my action, bonus action, and.
So at this point, I'm gonna drop us out of initiative. You guys, perhaps in order to, you tell me if you would bring yourselves to where Alaric is.
They'd never lower themselves to me. Are you kidding?
But basically,
I'm just shielding Nira, so wherever she goes.
Yeah,
so
I
will say you are there. No new threats arise, and as you reach the full minute of your concentration on banishment, you feel the spell resolve itself, and you know that the Mistress of the Dark has been returned to the Shadowfell.
Let's just hope we don't have a way to get back here.
Yeah. Well, so I'm sorry. Say that again.
I'm just shouting out. Let's just hope she doesn't have a way to get back here.
I doubt she wants to come back.
She has to.
She's compelled.
And then I'll give Nira a hug and say, "Welcome back. What happened?"
Well, I could ask you the same thing. Guessing you had as wonderful a time as I did.
Did anybody else notice that?
Jinxie took your place. Oh.
Okay. Can I see where Cadence is with the dragon?
So, are you all kind of coming together in the same place?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'd like bringing the dragon, and I'd like to cast Lesser Restoration on it.
Okay. As you do, its eyes kind of clear, and it just looks around, and it's just. Is it gone?
Yes, it's all gone.
And you're hearing this in your head, telepathically. It doesn't, move its mouth or anything.
We sent it away.
It nuzzles against you, and its weird sort of tentacles, where dragon-like wings might have been, hug around you.
Yeah. I pat it on his head.
Is all of this in Draconic? Do we hear any of that?
No.
Can I before I rejoin the others, can I go hug the tree?
Yeah.
And just be like, "Oh, tree, I'm so sorry. We did our very best to protect you. I love you so much." And I kiss its bark and I cast Healing Word on it.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and roll that if you like.
Sure, yeah. It's, where's my D4? Oh my god. Okay, so it gets 7 points back.
All right. So there's no sort of visible reaction, but you feel better.
Yeah.
Would it have gotten that heal that I did earlier? I mean, I'm gonna do plant growth on it when we get a minute, anyways. But
the mass healing word or the mass cure wounds you did. So, strictly speaking, although the tree is alive, it doesn't it's not technically a creature in the strict mechanical sense. So I'm going to say no.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, then in that case, I mean, my healing word does nothing. It just makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kneel down and put my ear to the ground and see if I can make out that noise any more clearly.
Okay. Go ahead and make another perception check.
Nope, it's a 13.
Yeah.
Alaric, what are you doing?
There's something happening. I don't know if something's digging up from below or this whole place is collapsing, but there's some sort of sound.
It's
You
probably
think Yeah, do you think it's the Gith breaking
Yeah,
through?
weren't they ramming it with big monsters?
Crap.
Yeah, man.
Ugh,
Well, they had those ships too.
just never ends.
We're gonna have to find out where they're digging through then, if that's the case. I can't locate where this sound is coming from. It's like it's everywhere.
That's great and everything, but like I'm really tired.
Yeah, I am drained, but
I mean, we
Yeah,
could
you
stay
guys look
here.
like crap.
I guess we need to
Speak
try
for
to
yourself.
We have to at least find it.
try our best to figure exactly how imminent is the threat.
I mean, I could create the mansion right here outside of the tree, and we could rest. And if something comes through, then at least we're right here.
I don't know where this thing is coming through, if it's even here or a mile from here.
Well, let's catch our breath. We take 30 minutes. We listen and see if it sounds closer or not.
Too bad you can't put the tree in the mansion.
Yeah, no, man.
The little dragon, Cadence, reacts with distress and alarm when he realizes that he is stuck to the ground and he can't float like he usually does.
What's wrong? Why?
Well, you realize that both he and Alaric are both similarly affected.
That's weird.
See if my cleansing touch does anything.
So,
And I
strictly speaking, is
Do
it
not have.
any spell effect?
Yeah, it has a really weird, specific wording. I'm looking for it. Where'd it go? It's got checkboxes. There it is. You can use your action to end one spell on yourself or one willing creature 4 times a day. End one spell.
Because it's not really a spell. But I think I would have, allowed Dispel Magic to work.
I don't have it equipped.
I do.
You know what? Let's not make too much of it. The
It will
cleansing
wear
touch
off
works.
eventually.
Yeah, and as you touch presumably both Alaric and the dragon,
Yeah.
you no longer feel drawn by this strange pseudo gravity, and you're once again able to move freely like everyone else.
Thanks, Otterkey. Why don't the rest of you take a rest? I'm going to go on patrol. If I can see anything, I'll let you know.
You can't go by yourself.
I'm feeling fine.
I can go with.
No.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm.
Buddy rules. This
I've had a rest.
Yeah, fine.
Take Nira. Find out if she's really Nira.
she's near.
One way or the other, she'd probably kill me for that, so...
Well, if you don't come back, we'll know it's her.
Yeah.
This is clue rules.
Yeah.
Whoever is partnered, right?
All right, Nira, if that's really who you are, let's go on patrol.
What, the lightning didn't give it away?
I've seen a lot of things throw lightning. Not quite that impressively, but...
I fire off a lightning arrow past them as they're walking.
I'm gonna ride it just because I can.
I think you hop on the arrow just on that impulse. Where is the arrow actually going?
Just away from the tree.
Send you away.
Goodbye, Nira. That's her, though.
600 feet away.
Bye.
Do you believe me? No.
Okay, that I gotta admit is a tough trick to follow.
Yeah, that's her.
Suck it.
So while they go on patrol, what are the rest of you doing?
I think mechanically we want to do a short rest.
Sure. Are you just hanging out? Like, are you finding some cozy spot there in the city, or what's
let's
the?
see. So,
like,
yeah,
In theory, I need much more than a short rest. I have
Short
zero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for
is
sure.
not-
Now that's
For
all
sure.
we got.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
think
need a
we
long
all
rest
need
to
one.
be
Yeah.
useful, but I
My
also
hope is that Alaric can get a sense of timing and see if a long rest is safe to take right now.
Okay,
Well,
so right now
certainly
we're
you
taking
can start
short
with a
rest.
short rest and
Yeah.
see how
Mhm.
things go.
So I
Okay.
want to try to listen for whatever he thought he heard, even though my perception
Yeah.
sucks,
Go ahead and make a
and then
perception
do
check.
it at intervals to see if I can tell if something's imminent. 9 for
I
just
will
starting.
help him with my big fat perception.
Okay. Well, go ahead and roll your own then. I think rather than
Yeah.
help him roll at advantage.
Yeah.
Waterkeeper had to
Alright.
to take his helmet off.
24.
Okay. I think you both definitely feel a vibration, Otterkey. I mean, I think you, even now that you've sort of been made aware of it, like, you can feel there's a vibration happening, but you can't really tell anything about it. But I
So
think...
the intent is over a half hour or an hour to see if it gets more intense.
Okay. Yeah, so, and then Cadence, you are able to glean essentially what Alaric was, which is that whatever this is far enough away and big enough that it's causing this vibration to spread out over a long distance. And so it doesn't feel like something small and localized near you. It feels like something that is shaking the whole area.
Okay. It could be the gift, like trying to, like ramming stuff into the protective bubble.
Maybe Amethyst can try to commune more with the tree, and because it'll know what's happening. I mean, it'll at least have the feeling throughout.
Yeah, Amethyst has been doing that plant growth spell while y'all are doing all this other
Would
stuff.
you have gone back to the temple?
I have to be within 150 feet of the tree, so
Well, and
that's
theoretically, that's where, Arwen is too, right? With our sort of pseudo-retcon there.
I would prefer to stay with everybody, but if that's
Well, we already have Alaric and Nira going off on patrol. Presumably you guys want some sort of a rendezvous spot. You guys tell me. You're kind of putting this on me to decide for you.
Right, yeah.
probably
I thought
No, I forgot about the...
I mean, can't she commune with the tree with the tree right now?
I mean, she could. I'm just asking you guys where you're going.
We were staying here. Like we
Where
were
is
waiting
here?
at the tree, like right where we were with the
Well,
battle.
so wherever Alaric
Okay.
had fallen down. So
Bear
yeah,
in
at the
where
base.
you were with the battle was in the middle of the air in a huge
Right.
area.
Yeah.
So
I
if you-
thought like we all just came down where Alaric
So
was.
yeah, we
Yeah.
we would have descended
so
down to
on
where Alaric
some
was.
random street corner in the city.
Yeah.
Okay, if that's
Yeah.
where you are, then that's where you are. That's all
Yep.
I was trying to get out of you.
Yep.
Okay. You're some random street corner. You're just sitting around.
how far away from Arwen?
Well, it's a ways, because you're not heading towards the temple where she is.
I just
So, yeah,
wondered
so,
if I have an idea of the distance is all.
Oh, well, I mean, you could get there in 10 minutes.
Yeah, if we had thought of it, we would tell them, they're going to do a patrol. We would tell them, we'll meet you at the temple.
Yeah.
And we would make our way to the
Okay,
temple.
retcon.
Amethyst wants
I
to
think
stay
so.
since she can't heal the tree any other way. She would be doing plant growth on it.
It makes the
wherever
most
she has
sense
to be to do
because-
it. I don't care where.
It makes the most sense because that's where we had like exposed root things, and that's
Well,
where.
and
yeah.
to be sure, your characters would certainly be much more aware of the fact that you guys are in you're in a city-sized area.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you would probably want to decide.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so we can say that before Alaric and Nero went off, that you would all rendezvous back at that central temple, which is is where Arwen was, and it was also right by the tree for facilitating plant growth.
Yeah. So we'll make a beeline, and they're going to kind of meander and check the perimeter.
Yeah, I want to get some height to see how far I can see too.
Okay. So I'm still following just the other folks not on patrol for a little bit first, but we'll come back to you for sure. So as you guys make your way back to the temple, this little dragon Arius is he's right by your side, Cadence. He's 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 a 6-year-old who is a little bit scared, holding the hand of the teacher or something.
That's okay.
And
I just like talk to him to calm him and stuff as we're walking.
And he seems like he's no longer magically scared, but he just does seem a little bit confused still, like he doesn't understand quite what's happening. A lot of things have changed.
Yeah, and I actually would ask him too, like, why did you attack that big dragon? It was so big and you're so small.
It was hurting the tree. It hurt Custo's vigil.
You are very brave.
I couldn't let it kill the tree.
You did a good job.
If it helps any, it wasn't a real dragon. It just took that form.
You can't
for
hear
whatever
the dragon
reason.
talking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's all in her head.
Yeah.
I just talk to people and
And
things
it's
in my head.
just to Cadence too. I think the rest of you are probably like you're watching her do like facial expressions and sort of nodding at the dragon. And I think she told you that she heard it telepathically.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
You're
It
not
also
hearing
had
what it
talked
says.
to Amethyst at one point.
I believe it did. Yeah. It spoke to her when she was communing with the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I just like keep trying to comfort him like while we're walking.
All right. So you make your way back to the temple, and Arwen hops up to greet and nuzzle you, and you reach this temple, which is thankfully only suffered relatively minor cosmetic damage from all of the havoc wrought during the Mistress of the Dark's attack. And do you just immediately go into plant growth or commune, or what are you trying to do first?
Plant growth to try and restore some of its vitality after all the damage
Okay.
that it took.
How long does that take to cast?
It's
Instantaneous.
It's instantaneous. She can also do a longer version of it,
yeah.
8-hour version of it that she
Yeah.
would do as much as she could, but I don't know. That enriches it for like a year or something like that.
Yeah, so it's kind of a question of like, are you trying to? I think you get the feeling that like the immediate casting might sort of make it look marginally better in this immediate vicinity, but without necessarily having the dramatic impact on the overall.
Right.
So the other is 8 hours.
Yeah, ideally, I mean, if I don't know how it's going to work out with rest with you guys, I'd like to spend 8 hours casting this spell on it to help heal the tree. How long do you think? Are you going to summon the mansion? Are we going to rest here? Are we going to do shifts?
If we're gonna be here for 8 hours, and I might as well summon the mansion.
But Amethyst, last time you did that, you didn't rest. You need to rest.
It'll
too.
exhaust you.
Yeah, you need to rest. You need to get back your strength and everything, especially if something big is coming.
So, are we going to sleep in shifts? Are there going to be 2 sleeping shifts? Because if so, I can do plant growth for one and rest for the other. And maybe if Archie and I do it opposing, we could hit it with 16 solid hours of plant growth. Because isn't that something you can cast now, Archie?
Yeah, I can do it now.
I mean,
Okay.
can we stay here for 16 hours though?
That's my question. That was the coordination of rest question that I have.
We won't know until Alaric comes back
Okay.
and we see like what they find out. Then we can determine more. I mean, we at least have to take an 8-hour rest.
Agreed.
Yeah, let's wait and see what the scouting team brings back.
Okay.
Then Amethyst is going to go ahead and sit down with Arwen in her little lap and go ahead and start. She's going to start the plant growth process, even if I have to stop it before the 8 hours is up. At least that'll be something.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So Amethyst is kept busy doing that. Or the rest of you
So
just
we do
kind
off
of
our
you're the Avengers eating
perception
shawarma at the
game
end of.
Yeah.
my
we're just-
perception games to try to figure out where the thing's coming from, and then I would
Okay,
join
yeah.
her.
Well,
Cat is
Since
going-
this is new to me, I would want to learn the spell from her perspective. And
okay, yeah. So
how
you can
best
certainly
you do it.
Yeah. You can certainly do that, and I'll go ahead and confirm that you guys, like, as you traveled through the city, you're definitely still feeling it in approximately the same way, which again just does suggest that this is a wide scale effect,
Cool.
not localized in some small area.
Right.
And so as you are hanging out there, what about Ket and Cadence?
Cat is
How
going to
how do you feel about the fact that, let's say, approximately 15% of the city is rubble right now?
I mean, I don't feel good about it. I mean, I'm trying to save this entire place, and I'm hoping that, that 15% doesn't. I mean, I care about everybody here, but I'm hoping that 15% doesn't contain, my family or something like that.
Don't worry, we will save your family
And that's
your
what I-
people.
And that's what I think about while I walk over to go relieve myself. I'll be right back.
In real life.
And so are you just, sitting in a corner with the dragon in your lap?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
trying to, tell him that, we're gonna do everything we can to save the tree and try to distract him a little bit from what has happened by talking to him about other things.
Okay, yeah, like what?
Just like, you haven't ever been anywhere else. Would you ever like to go anywhere else that's not this place?
I don't know, maybe. Would I have to stay, or could I come back here?
You could go anywhere. Like, if we can do this and fix the tree, you could travel on the tree and go all kinds of places and always come back here.
Wow.
That's what I used to do before the tree got broken.
What was your favorite place to go?
Oh, there were so many. There was this one place, it was this beautiful oasis that I still dream about it sometimes.
I'm sure it's not the one Cadence means, but I'm just
No.
simply thinking of the red ooze one.
Yeah, no, it's a different one. No.
Probably
That was why
that's
she
not
was
the
like,
one,
yeah, this one's great. Let's go here.
Yeah. So, oh yes, I have a friend I'd like you to meet. Yeah, no, he's enthralled by your stories, and you can tell that there's still a little bit of like jitteriness, but like this is helping. But you also get the sense, I think, that he probably doesn't really talk to people much. Like, this is not, like, he's not very socialized.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah. So, Nira and Alaric, as you guys are heading off on your patrol, like, what is your focus? So you saw the map, and so above the city, and then there's this tree, so there is a big open area above it, but then sort of shielding, like an additional canopy just past the branches of the tree, comes down and makes this whole big hollow bubble within this enormous, cocoon of amber. But so where exactly are you focusing your patrol?
I'm just following Alaric because everybody else was kind of out of everything, so that's why I volunteered to come along. So I'm just backup.
I'd be warily watching my backup, but I want to go as high as possible and if I can touch that top part, I want to see if the vibrations are any different up there.
They are noticeably more sharp there, as opposed to muffled. And certainly, having some experience with mining, what that would suggest to you is the sort of vibration that you would feel through solid rock if it was being mined far away, versus tremors that would be softened and muffled a little bit by softer earth.
I think their guess might have been right. This pocket's going to last for a while. They had a hard time moving in any further, and maybe the tree can generate a bit more of this amber, but we're on a clock.
As if in response to what you say, you see there's a particularly hard, like, jolt, and then a crack opens up. But then as you watch over the space of the next 10 to 15 seconds, the crack starts to seal itself.
It's trying hard.
Hmm.
So,
Interesting.
we know something's coming through, maybe nearby here. Maybe we need to hang out here for a second or two.
You
So
think it's the
where-
Githyanki?
Where the hell were you? He just sort of whirls and looks directly at her. And he looks angry, sort of.
You're asking me that question as though you think I had some kind of choice about it. Do you see? I'm still stuck.
I don't know.
I'm not.
Where are you then if you're not actually here?
I am actually underneath my mountain.
You went back to the mountain?
I was pulled there.
By the mountain. That's good, right? Does that mean Rashama's recovered a bit after that thing took her shot at the mountain?
It wasn't the mountain.
Melicanth. It had to be Melicanth. She has ways of getting around. How is she? Is she safe? Is there any news? Has anything changed?
Well, in this case, I think no news is good news. And it wasn't Melicanth either.
Those gods, then, they interfering? I thought they couldn't find us again. I thought we took care of that. It wasn't the queen of the hunt or those.
We're going to be here all day if you keep listing off everybody but the obvious.
I mean, we've met a lot of people along the way. A lot of powerful people that tend to just.
Zorath
Who?
learned a new spell and he was testing it out.
Zorath.
Hmm.
So it wasn't exactly. I mean, maybe against your will initially.
Well, it wasn't really like I had a way to get back at the time.
So, you're with Zorath now.
Not exactly.
I mean, technically, part of you is here, and we could assist, but
Look, it's kind of a long story, and I don't know that I'm able to tell it more than once. Once will be enough. So, I took care of it.
you took care of him?
I took care of the situation. Meaning that situation is not a situation anymore.
What the hell does that mean?
I told you it's a long story, and
I
I
don't want
don't even know if they'll believe me if I tell them. So I have a plan. And I'm going to tell everybody at once, and I'm going to make sure that they know I'm not lying. Because I think half of them wouldn't be surprised if I didn't come back with you at all. So,
Well, yeah. I kind of doubted it a bit myself. I guess you don't know what happened here.
no, I don't have the... yeah, that's...
Jinxie. Jinxie took your place. She came back, and we thought it was you. And we were happy to see you. And we had things to do. That demon lord. We had to fight it, and so we were all focused on that plan. And, well, you know I don't tend to be holding back. And I tend to fall a little bit. Although I'm better now, but we gave her the bottle.
I don't... Okay, could you just walk me through that? How...
She can be very convincing, and she looked exactly like you. She even seemed to... I don't know. I think she can read minds or something. She knew things, and she was able to... We should have known better, but we were happy to see you, and we needed you.
I just, I
Well,
can't, I can't imagine
I mean,
how
technically, we did
desperate you guys
admit,
must have
but
been. Like, I can't imagine myself. I'm already carrying around a god within me. I do not want another, and I mean, I can't fathom asking for that myself. So
you tend to be the most mobile. You can move around. You can hide in a cloud. We figured you were probably the safest one. But, well, I don't know for how long. But Jinxie's gone. But I don't...
what, like you sent her away, or
I cut her
pushed her through a portal, or
I did.
what? You did what?
I cut her head off. And I'd do it again. And when you came back, I almost thought that she was back, and I was just about ready to do it again.
So it's a good thing I hit you with lightning?
Well, I mean, it didn't hurt me at all. I think the others were a little miffed, but it is kind of more proof. I don't think she's gone forever, but she's gone for now. And now we lost the Storm Queen there. Or whatever the hell she is. Lady of the Dark, or whatever the hell that thing is. Shadow Dragon.
If I had any other options available to me, but that's what I had to use against her, and I know we needed her.
No, it was the right play. The rest of us are pretty beaten up. That stupid demon lord was a real pain, you know?
Yeah, so you guys you fought it.
Yeah. It tried to eat us multiple times, but led us on a merry chase. Yeah. Yeah, we did it. I guess we didn't exactly need you there, but it would have made it a hell of a lot easier. But we had to let her go. We had to let the shadow thing go. We had started to hurt the demon, and we had to press it. I hate the fact that it killed Kostos.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, you need to back up. I don't know anything about... When I left, we were in the middle of a conversation. And now Archie's all like shiny and new. And now you're telling me Kostos is dead. Did you guys kill him?
You didn't. You weren't here for all that. Man, I don't even understand anymore. No, Kostos, it listened. It understood. It changed. It turned for us. We did it. Also got to kill that stupid whatever the hell it was trying to influence him. That was satisfying. You kind of realize I've killed a lot of things in here, and it's been very satisfying. That's good with me for a while. I suppose until it doesn't. Until all this is forgotten. You know, I don't know if I mind that too much now. But yeah, it was... Kostos was defending the tree. And when Jinxie let the thing out, she told it to destroy the tree. I guess it came here, heart of the tree or something. Kostos must have put up a good fight. Their remains are over there, I think.
They disintegrated into specks of light.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I guess they're not anywhere anymore. Didn't even get a chance to say goodbye or thank you. But that's two allies or resources or whatever you want to call them that we don't have. And you're still stuck underneath a mountain.
Yeah. Well, so a bit of good news. I might be able to bring Melicanth back.
Really?
Yeah, I learned a few things while I was away. I mean, that's kind of how I'm here. So.
Are you really here? Or, I mean, I don't understand. You sort of kind of poke her shoulder. You feel like you're here, but this is not real.
Yeah, you see this, and she kind of like points at the thread that comes out of her back that sort of leads away. It's like, yeah, this is This is my tether. If anything happens to my body while I'm gone, I'm kind of screwed.
Are you in danger?
I'm not there. I don't know. I hope not. As
Anybody
far
want
as
to
I,
go for you?
I mean,
Briefly, Starla and I discussed this offline a little bit, that Nira did find a secret room that seemed to have been prepared for this purpose, which is a tiny little secret room just big enough to sit down in and close the door, and essentially it's like...
keep
it's
out
like
dangerous magic going on.
it's the astral projection closet.
Do not disturb. There's a sock over the secret door.
Which, again, it's like, doesn't rule out the possibility that someone else could find it, but at least it's not like, random wild animals are going to come after her.
That would be really anticlimactic.
Just briefly, while you guys have been sort of here, like, there hasn't been any sort of notable change. As you've been sort of looking, you realize that the vibration is continuing, and you do periodically see cracks here and there, as, the shell shifts like an ice sheet. But it does seem that the tree seems to be able so far to regrow the amber as quickly as it's being cracked.
We're gonna have to do something about that eventually.
Yeah.
But I think it's okay for now.
I think with that demon lord gone, it's regained a bit of its strength, and if Amethyst is helping it, it'll be stronger. But I guess we have to take up Custos's vigil, so to speak. Good thing we don't age here and don't need food, although I could really use a beer right now.
Yeah, same.
Or a barrel. Probably a barrel. Well, I'm happy to see you, Nira. I wish you were actually here.
Yeah, me too. But we can only play the cards we're dealt, right?
I'm starting to think that's probably the wrong approach. I think at this point we have to make our own damn deck. Change the game. Make the rules different. After all, there aren't really any rules, are there?
I'm pretty sure there are still a few rules, but they might be a little bendy.
I think with your religion proficiency, Nira, you would certainly sort of be aware of the idea that at the very least there are certain powerful beings who are of the opinion that there are rules. But that is not necessarily a universally held opinion.
We'll go with bendy.
Bendy, maybe Cuddy. We'll see what happens.
They're very sharp and pointy.
All right. We've given them enough time to think that one of us is probably dead. We should probably go back. We know we've got some time, but we're gonna need to maintain patrols. Maybe we'll be able to get some rest out of this. Maybe not. Wait. Do you even rest in that? Are you, like, if you went to sleep, are you even going to be here? Or can you just come back?
I think it kind of works the same. Like just like functioning as though I have a body, although
Yeah.
kind of don't. It's weird.
It's an interesting spell because essentially, while in the astral plane, it's like you have just your normal regular body, just like any of the rest of you there. But, with the downside of her body being in suspended animation back in the material plane, theoretically undefended, but with the upside of you could get killed here and you would just wake up back in your body.
Yeah.
Otherwise, though, while you're here on the astral plane, it's the same as though you were physically. You are physically here, but only because of the nature of the astral plane allows it.
I don't understand half of what you just said, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. You can be explaining all the nuances of that on your way back to the temple.
Maybe
So-
give us something to talk about on the way.
Don't go away again if you can. Or send word or something.
I'll do my best.
And for whatever you are, don't be jinxy, because I'd hate to have to cut your head off twice. It was really weird to do it the first time.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think real hard about that, so thanks.
I mean, you had this look on your face, which was just hard to even... I mean, it was sort of your face, but then it was definitely not your look usually. Then again, I don't know if you've ever had your head cut off before. It probably does. Probably looks like that for everyone.
Yeah, not in recent memory.
Well,
Probably most people's heads don't turn into tiger heads.
yeah. Did I tell you about the tiger head? I don't know what the hell that thing was. And her hands were all messed up. It's the weirdest thing.
They were, although I don't know that I actually said that.
I think you did describe how her hands looked.
Did I? Well, maybe.
I also know the creature, so I hope I'm
yeah.
inferring too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're just heading back unless Nira wants to give more bad answers.
Yeah. So
Or maybe
let's
more
go ahead and
people.
say you guys are arriving back at the temple where everyone else is kind of chilling.
Good news, bad news time.
You're
Pretty sure-
dead, and that's not really Nero?
Yeah, well, that'd be kind of bad and bad news. At least
Are
I
you,
hope it'd be bad news.
are you jinxy? I
I'm-
pinch Alaric.
Hey, if I'm ever jinxy, kill me.
I already killed you once.
Well, yeah. Okay, anyway, there's something breaking through. I think your guess was right. The Geth do have something to burrow through. But for now, the tree's fighting back. I think whatever Amethyst is doing and the stuff we've done already is giving it a chance. But they're going to break through eventually.
But we think we've got enough time for everybody to get some rest.
Well,
Yeah.
Amethyst had this idea that she wanted to take like 16 hours and do this massive healing thing for the tree. Like her and Archie could both do it in shifts. Do you think that we would have enough time?
We can try.
So Amethyst, while you're there in your ritual, your plant growth spell, the make a check with your wisdom and proficiency, like your sort of like your spell attack modifier.
Okay. And that's a 15.
Okay. You are pretty sure that what you are doing right now is helping the tree, to resist the attack.
Okay.
So, part of the current status quo is thanks to what you're doing.
Cool.
So yeah.
So it would be a good thing to like make it stronger.
And I want to help. I can feel that. I can feel that energy.
So, what do you guys think? Do we have time, or do we need to make haste?
I will go ahead and just say that you guys can do the shift thing that like you were talking about, but there's also theoretically nothing to stop you from both doing it at the same time.
Other than one of us can be resting while the other one's casting.
Yeah.
Right.
No
I'm
reason-
just saying that that's also an option.
Yeah.
It's you're not
Or we
forced
could
to
both
do it
sleep
in
at the
series.
same time. Yeah. Okay. I'm
We
fine.
would still need like 16 hours though, so they could actually get a rest.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like if they did it at the same time,
Hmm.
they would still not get to rest.
Yeah.
I think we try it, and I think the rest of us will be in shifts.
Cool.
Yeah.
If it works, we've done a lot to hopefully keep the people from getting in. If it doesn't work, it doesn't matter, but we can, well, we'll be on guard.
So before we do all that, take our rests.
Oh yeah,
Alaric,
something to talk about.
Alaric was asking me questions, and you guys deserve answers. Obviously, I would want to know them if one of you disappeared. So, if you will allow me a moment, I am actually going to cast Zone of Truth.
Greater confusion.
I feel violated.
Is
Okay,
anyone trying to resist it?
No.
No.
if you are trying to resist it, you have to beat a 19 charisma roll.
That could be that easy.
I would never want to resist the truth. Let's do it.
No.
Just saying, to be on the up and up so that you guys know that I'm not... I know there's still doubt, even though I wasn't even here. Okay.
Natural 20.
So if you choose to fail the save, you cannot speak a deliberate lie while in the radius.
And so Nira does know anyone who succeeds and is not affected.
There's an odd expression that passes over Alaric's face, but he doesn't resist.
So, you guys know that I just kind of got sucked through a portal. And I already told Alaric, so I will just come out and say it. I'm sure you all suspected who it was that took me, and your suspicions are probably correct. Zorath was trying out a new spell. He wanted to test it before he ran it for real, and chose me as his guinea pig. His intention was to use that spell to pull Melicanth from wherever it is she's gone and force her to give over the stolen moment. I will tell you, he was not successful, but only because he didn't get the chance to cast the spell. There was a moment where I thought carefully about my options. If he was able to summon her, could I get her away? Could I take the stolen moment and get out of there myself? But I didn't have a lot of outs. Until he brought me to the place where the moment was taken. The space beneath the mountain is just this empty bubble of nothing. Seems the wrong word, but I can't really think of anything more apt. He showed me, by tossing a pebble into this space, what happens to it. And it just kind of stopped there, hovered there. And I was presented with a choice at that moment, not that he knew. And I'm still not sure I made the right one. But it was the only thing I could think of. The only way I knew for sure that I could stop him from going forward with his plan before we were ready. So, I may have pushed him into the bubble. And I mean, he's still alive, and I think he's okay. He's just kind of stuck there.
That's great.
Good job.
You didn't kill him?
We may need him.
Oh, crap.
Oh, yeah, the whole shard. But, I mean, he's off the board.
Well, I mean, expecting her to have killed Zorath. I mean,
I was certainly hoping for it.
I mean, I think it would have been easier for any of the rest of us if we had have gotten the upper hand on him. But I think that she did a really brilliant thing. She's, like Archie said, he's off the board for now. And if we need him, he's allegedly still there unless someone retrieves him.
I want him out of her life entirely.
Okay, Dad.
That's-
We don't have
that's-
control over that, Dad.
Yeah, that's
you
not your decision.
Are you
He
okay?
pulled her there, and that's not your fault. You can't control what he does, and
No.
you made the best out of that situation. You've got some great information. You neutralized him, and you found a way back to us.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm ever gonna forget the look on his face.
Forget him.
Well, he's evil.
He's done a lot of harm, and I know that there's some connection there, but don't let that tear you down, because he just teleports you around like you're nothing, like you have no will, you have no choices or free will. He just moves you around. I just don't want you to get, I mean, I know Stockholm syndrome isn't a thing in this world, but I'm sure there's something to translate that idea.
He doesn't deserve you, and you deserve better. You deserve someone else.
He's a little more complicated than I think you guys understand, but
This whole
I appreciate your concern and your advice. But the good news, which I think you guys might be happy about, is the spell Zorath intended to use to summon Malakanth is one that I could do myself, given the right materials. So, we don't know where she is. We can't reach her, but this spell should allow me to summon her if she's not... I don't know. Like, I suppose there's a deity that could, say, nope, I don't think so. But I think she would have to be in their presence, and we don't know where she is, so...
Have you tried, casting that thing that you can do where you can talk to people who are far away?
Sending?
Yeah.
I got nothing but static, so... Although that wouldn't... Static is kind of a funny thing here, but...
So what do you
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
term.
well.
It was like cotton in my
limited
head.
With, like the planes of existence too, right? I mean,
Yeah, there's a chance it would
barriers.
fail if she's not on the same plane. So
You could try again.
could, but
Well-
I don't think it would do any good.
What I described the last time you tried is that it felt like something deliberately intercepted it.
Could have been Zora.
Which is why there's a chance this gate spell could fail if somebody is blocking anybody from sending her messages.
Mm-hmm.
They might be shielding her from any teleportation attempts as well. So 50-50 shot. It would work.
So,
Help?
I mean, that's our whole mentality, right? Hey, 50-50 shot, it'll work. I mean, might as well
that's
do
not
it,
they've had for a while, really.
you know?
Actually, I think our odds got quite a bit better. So, Nira's somewhere else, most of her anyway. And so we have to make sure that whatever the hell we do here, we get back and make sure she's okay.
Yeah, I think I don't... Well, you guys have a tuning fork for the material plane, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm under my mountain, believe it or not far from where all of this mess started before any of us were even involved.
Well, that's good. We wanted to go check on your mountain anyways.
It's seen better days.
Of course. We
You'll
do.
see them again.
Well, the problem is getting you guys to where I am is going to be tricky. So I'm not...
Strictly speaking, a nuance of the spell is that if you teleport from the astral plane to another plane in your astral form, your body teleports to you there.
Really?
So, yeah. So you could go back to where your body is now, or theoretically, you could go through a different a portal from there, and so you would only be in your astral form while in the astral plane, but you don't necessarily have to go back to where your body is now.
So you don't have an astral phone cord dragging you through multiple dimensions.
Yeah.
You're wireless, baby.
It's like a tail. Like, kind of weird.
It's a little umbilical cord.
Yeah, briefly, I'll just, Otterkey, being attuned to your sword, you perhaps, I don't know whether you keep that to yourself or not, but you briefly realize one of its properties is that it has a chance of being able to cut through a tether like that.
Oh, yeah.
What happens if, no. All right.
No.
Well, that problem-
Makes me really uncomfortable.
No, I don't think I would. There's no real reason to share that right now.
It's not like you would ever do that deliberately.
What do you need for the spell? Once we do get together, what do you need?
For the gate spell?
Yeah.
Let me see. And I'll tell you seconds. A diamond worth at least 5,000 gold. Is pretty much it. So
Okay.
it's an expensive spell.
Didn't Zorath have one? You could have just taken it out of his pocket?
It's a big pocket.
Nero.
Reach into that pocket, girl.
Yeah. reach
Well,
into there.
where he is at the moment isn't really
Conducive
not
to a
really
pocket search.
searchable.
Damn him.
Yeah, so you found that he did have the components for astral projection, which let you cast that, but you were pretty sure that although he must have had the materials to cast Gate again, because that was his plan after all, he may have had them on him. He did pack up some stuff before you went down there.
Well, we know a few people. Melicant herself might even know. Wait, no, we can't do that with her. Just the need that. Damn it.
Found the
problem
problem.
at a time. One problem at a time.
Oh, I mean, but if we're gonna have to travel to get together anyways, then at least we know what we need for the spell. Together, so it's okay that we don't have it right now.
Surely we can share it out.
Didn't our little dragon friend have some gemstones on its body?
Not the
Not
5,000
diamonds.
diamonds.
Yeah, he's got amber gemstones,
Oh,
essentially.
okay. Okay.
Was that
I don't know, maybe there's some
That is-
treasure lurking around the city. We could
We do have a bag of.
I think I had
they have a
one.
bank, you guys?
I had
You
one
guys are from
500
here.
gold diamond.
I don't know what's here. I'm not from here.
How much was that, Archie?
One 500 gold diamond. I thought each of us had one, so we could do our resurrections if we had to.
Mm.
Does anybody have a spell that will, like, I don't know, 10 times the worth of a thing if you cast it?
That sounds like something a bard should have.
Oh yeah. I got that exponential spell. That's right.
By the way, you're having this conversation just still in the temple, presumably?
Yeah, I presume that's what they were.
I just meant there was discussion of possibly casting the mansion, but I'm assuming you have not yet done that.
No, because we weren't sure what was going to happen.
Right now, there's not much out here that's going to do anything. We didn't see any signs of movement, just that sound and occasional cracking on the amber. Maybe save your high-level spell in case you don't actually get a rest.
Yeah, it's my only high-level spell slot I got left.
All right. Well, we're all together now, in one way or another. And that means we can do this. But it means that some of you are going to get casting, some of you are going to get resting, and a few of us are going to patrol. Are we agreed?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And tomorrow, we take down the Gith army. How hard can that be?
Maybe they got some diamonds.
Now you're thinking.
So, I think that's actually probably a good point to go ahead and fade to black for this episode tonight. Although what I will say is that each of you, once you complete your long rest, will become level 17.
Proud. Yeah.
So can we just say that we complete our long rest and update our characters before next session?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
I think
Okay.
so. We can sort of narrate that you guys are doing the shifts and so on, but otherwise, yeah, I think just go ahead and update your sheets.
Okay. Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's 9th level spells for you full casters.
I already looked at them.
They're so cool. You guys, I can fly now. It's awesome.
We all
For
can
real. Like everywhere,
Well, here.
not even just here. Everywhere.
I did actually double check just to make sure that no one was going to have wish yet.
Too late. I already did it. I don't.
Question.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think as a bard, Ket could get it, but not this time. You need the magical secrets because it's only on wizard or sorcerer spell lists, I think.
I do have magical secrets.
Well, but you need the level 18 version. I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So next level, theoretically, you could get that one if you decided to. But yeah, I only looked just because I wanted to sort of be prepared for that eventuality. If anyone was going to suddenly have wish, I would want to be prepared for that.
It's a biggie.
Yeah,
But
that's a big one.
so good job, you guys. If we still have some folks hanging out in the chat, feel free to ask questions, and we will answer in character. That can be either the players or any of the NPCs.
Do we want to still consider the zone of truth to be active?
How long does it last? I think it's an hour, right?
Let me see. I clicked off of it. 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, I think probably wears off then. Well, I think we've got a few people in the chat room, but I think several of them are probably you guys. So that's all right. So in any event, this was a sort of a big sort of chapter concluding page. You guys have dealt with several of the major threats. There, of the 3 that Mugen told you needed to be dealt with, 2 are down.
And a bonus one.
Yeah, there's been some things that didn't go completely as planned, but you're accomplishing great things. Yeah, so well done, you guys. And so we'll be back then next time for more adventure on so many
Levels.